Yeah, Mr. Live.
Woo.
Woo, lad, with live, lads. Yeah, I mean, pretty.
Hello and welcome to the PFC Podcast, brought to you by Not Maliminous.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the PFC Podcast, sponsored by, as always, Razor. I'm with the usual crowd this time, actually. Everyone's here for once. We got Sheldon, fresh out of jail, fresh out of lockup.
Just got up, guys. I just got up. I'm so excited to be here with the Faith Maliminous. I can't wait. Make sure you guys just fucking hit that like button as hard as you fucking can. Make sure you stick your dick
motherfucking like
fucking deep into that like button, please and thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you should be.
Wait, are we doing a podcast right now?
Yeah.
So I'd like to interrupt the introductions for just a moment. I wanted to quickly pull up the PFC Podcast stream by Googling PFC Podcast. Now, the first result is a podcast by the Prolonged Field Care Organization. And if I keep scrolling down, I do find the PFC Podcast. It's labeled Projects Part 1. It aired December 1st, 2012, but it was not our PFC. It's called the Ponyville Fandom Crusaders.
Why?
Oh my god!
Shit.
There's another.
Why are
PFC.
you can't go through Google for the.
So yeah, no. The
live
point I'm
stream.
trying to make is that by Google's decree, this obscure PFC, My Little Pony podcast, is more relevant than ours. So
Why don't I see the stream for the Pony for the
that's what I
PFC
was just
podcast?
Well,
I
looks
don't
like
see
we
our
need to
stream.
kill some niggas.
Wait, I mean, I see it says we're live right now.
We'll put a link in the stream somewhere. Then.
Because I don't see our stream either.
Yeah, can you put a link up?
Yeah, it says we're live.
Sure. Hang on.
Oh yeah, it's live, I heard.
Yeah, it says live. Give us a second, guys. How do I?
Oh my god.
I
guys.
got
Yeah,
it.
I-
Thank you, Sheldon.
You're
Thank you,
fucking
Briz.
slow.
Fuck
God
you,
damn it,
Faith.
fuck you, Sheldon.
Fuck
God.
you fucking.
Fuck you, Hagler.
You're
Holy
too
shit.
slow.
Now there's wait. Oh yeah, we are live. Holy shit.
Yeah, we are live.
Why-
It's not on the
why isn't
channel
it-
though. That's
Yeah,
weird.
it wasn't on the
It's
channel.
not on the channel.
It's
literally
supposed to
nobody-
pop up as soon as we're live. That's weird.
Literally nobody's gonna see this video or this live stream.
It's not on the channel though. Oh,
Guys,
someone's
we're
echoing.
experiencing technical difficulties. Please bear with us.
What a
for
great start!
5 minutes.
I don't know. YouTube done goofed.
YouTube did undo because
Were we live a few minutes ago, or were we live
Yeah,
just
we were
now?
live.
Yeah,
It just
we've
says it's
been
not
live.
showing up on the main channel. It says that we're live.
terrible at your job.
I mean, there's like 11 people here. We'll just keep on going. None of you guys can figure it out.
Theo! Everyone loves Theo!
Faith, literally that face when those 11 people are us.
I don't know. There's not. I see the chat.
Actually,
here.
you know what? That might
Well,
be
actually,
true.
you know what? Yeah, no, the chat has a whole bunch
No.
of different people in it though. Like,
I have
what
no
the-
idea where it's. Yeah, we have a upcoming live streams thing, but I guess we don't have a live now.
But it is live on my end. That's
I'm
the thing.
gonna see if I can
It's
change
straight
that
up
really
live.
quick.
Well, if you go to the channel's front page, it says we're broadcasting and we're live.
Yeah, but you can't get
No,
a
but
link to
I'm-
it.
Oh wait, hold
I
on.
see
Maybe
it right
because
in front
we're
of me, and
logged
I can
on.
get a
Maybe
link
because
to
we're
it,
logged
so
into the PFC. Hold on, Faith. Let me try with my channel instead.
Anyways,
Oh
guys.
yeah. Okay, we are live now. We're fine. We're
Anyways, guys, welcome to the PFC Podcast. You know, we got the regular crew. Like I said, Sheldon, Corporal and Brony, Fatty, Theo, Hag is also in the background, hosts about some sort of nonsensical nonsense every now and again whenever he feels the need.
And the cops.
Briss is also here, and our resident horsefucker himself, Rendrick, has also joined us with one of the world's worst, like, just horrendously, awfully coded site. Rendrick from Horse News is here. Literally
Don't blame me.
just
I didn't
letters
write up the site. I did.
No, it's
That's
literally
all.
all your fault, Rendrick. That's
All
all
your
your
fault.
fault, and you know it.
It's okay. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take
Oh,
what
yeah.
I
Can we
get.
just
take
can we
the-
just blame it on Rurfag?
Sure. You know what?
No, that's a name I haven't heard in 2 years.
Yeah, holy shit. Does he even do shit anymore?
Dude, he popped in just to say my article was good, and then he disappeared.
From the face of the that's what Rarefact does. He's
Wait. Corp, which one? The first one or the revised one?
The most recent one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it's a revised.
I thought there's only one.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Fucking
revised.
wait.
you haven't posted the updated article.
Oh,
Anyway,
the update hasn't gone
all
live
of
yet.
those that are interested in what we're talking about, hat
Yeah,
drama, specifically hat drama at BabsCon, the same exact topic we delved into last week. There have been a few interesting developments, but basically everyone's out for themselves, and it's one big old game of telephone.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the drama's stupid, it's going pretty much nowhere, and Toon Critic is a piece of shit. If there's one thing you need to take away from it, it's that.
Yeah.
Corp,
it's
if you
what-
want to give your 5
And also
minutes,
the
whatever,
basically the PFC, as far as the people who were banned, the 3 guys from the PFC did nothing wrong, except steal
Literally.
Toon Critic's hat.
The Three Musketeers
I mean-
did nothing wrong.
Except for the
They
fact
did
that
nothing wrong.
one of those.
Is there nothing wrong with stealing, Toon Critic's hat? I mean,
Well, I mean, it's technically theft.
yeah,
Corp,
It's technically theft, but it was a prank. It was intended to be
it
returned.
was more borrowing, though. I mean,
Yeah, it's more. Well, it's yeah. It really was more borrowing sans permission.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So-
what Sheldon was doing when he took all those phones and computer equipment. He was really just
yeah.
borrowing it for the weekend. It's really
Yeah.
weird. They sent him to jail for that, honestly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I agree.
Sheldon,
Just
you're
a quick
super
note.
low. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, you're
How about now?
Yeah.
Am I super
Yeah,
low?
now you're fine.
No,
now
no,
you're
now
fine.
you're fine. Now you're
Okay.
fine. Shelly D did nothing wrong.
So everyone's trickling in now. We're about to hit 20 watchers. I guess it was, I don't know. It was just, it didn't pop up on the thing for a little bit there. But it looks like now people are finding their ways here and whatnot. But yeah, so we have the little BabsCon stuff that will probably be updated sometime soon for you guys who care. Really, it was just some pointless drama that no one really should have cared about in the beginning. But of course, with Bronies, they have to turn the smallest anthill into the biggest mountain. Speaking of that, I wanted to talk about some of the Bill Nye shit that's been going on. I'm actually really depressed about this, to be honest, fam. Bill Nye was based as fuck. He was red pill.
No, he was never based as fuck, and he was never red pill.
I don't know.
He's always been this way.
I'm sorry. What are you guys talking about?
For
What-
those of you guys who don't know, Bill Nye, the science guy, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with him. He's been
Oh, did
doing
he
a lot of
put
stuff.
some Twitter controversy?
No,
or
no, no.
something?
Well, here, let me.
Die.
He was.
vagina has feces in it.
He started doing a new show on Netflix called Bill Nye Saves the World or whatever. And in that, he's been doing a complete 180 from what we thought he was, which was a rational person who was constantly
No.
debating people like Him and stuff like that, all kinds of creationists, to saying that both gender and sex are on a spectrum. His skits are really just way off of from what he got.
Well,
picked
gender
up,
can
man.
be on a spectrum or whatever because ultimately it's whatever you decide it is.
But that's not
Wait,
a
wait.
spectrum. And
That's not how
You
gender
guys,
works.
you guys are
That's
acting
what I
like
said.
this is something new. Like Bill Nye has been a weirdo who's always trumpeted liberal and very leftist political ideology since the 1990s.
Hold on, Corp.
He's been doing this since the 1990s. It's just you guys were young kids who didn't pay attention to politics, so you didn't know about it back then. But I did.
Yeah, no.
I've known this shit forever.
One at a time,
That
one
was
at a
not
time.
in the public.
One at a time, guys.
It was very much public.
Yeah, it was actually. I've seen people go back
Back
and they've
then?
shown. No, hang on. There's been clips of people made a meme and it was like Bill Nye pre-feminism or whatever and post-feminism or de-pilled and etc. And it's a quote that's out of context, but even in the quote for the pre-feminism thing, he's saying that sex isn't this solid thing. It's
sex
weird.
that makes but sex as in but medically speaking under the terminology, sex is based solely in biology, so there really is no leeway there.
Yes, and that's why people are trying to figure this out. He's also done things where skits where it's like a vanilla ice cream cone trying to convert all the other ice cream flavors to only be vanilla, but in the
No,
end,
it was the opposite. It was the opposite. It was just like, I don't know if I'm comfortable. It's like, come on, if you don't like fuck a whole bunch of dudes, and you're a
yeah,
homophobe.
no, that's the
Oh,
thing.
God, I guess I'm for being vanilla.
It was the gay conversion camp, and it was pretty much it turned
You're
into
backwards conversion camp.
but it turned into at the end the moral is all sexualities are awesome and great unless you're straight, and then you need to be converted. And that's pretty much the narrative that Bill's show has been going on.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me I doubt he would say something or even imply something.
No, it's completely implied. In the
yeah,
end, the
cartoon.
vanilla they convert the vanilla guy into being bisexual and having a giant
Oh.
orgy with them.
Oh, okay. So this is just straight up like.
Kids, you should be in a DDLG relationship.
So wait. You're telling me this is a straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Hag. Thank you. Anyways,
Useful fucking contributions is useful, right?
Yeah, totally. Goddamn, we love you, Hag. But that's I don't know about that. That seemed like really weird shit. Like, why would that be heavily implied in a Netflix show that obviously Netflix is bagging for fucking Bill Nye? I mean, that's going to show really bad against them in their own image.
Netflix doesn't care. He won a shorty for the show. The thing is, I want to believe that this isn't Bill Nye trying to push that kind of narrative. I want to believe that it's just really shittily. It's just a really shitty show because there's a lot of things outside of it that are just bad. Like there's
Bill Nye was also in the news for a controversy. He basically said climate change deniers who don't believe climate change is real should be put in jail.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember that.
That's taken a little out of context.
He also linked climate change to some absurd thing, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but he was very highly criticized for this claim, as I recall. And I kind of agree with Corp, where Bill Nye's always said really retarded shit, like for as long as I can remember, being decently educated in particular subjects. Bill Nye's been in the eye of a lot of controversy, but I can't say this surprises me too much, although he should definitely be criticized for his like obvious scientific inaccuracies that he's spouting. I mean, it's absurd, and he claims that these are the science says this, and it's like, well, I don't know, Bill.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
He's just a TV presenter. He's not really a scientist.
He's not.
He has a degree. He has a degree in mechanical engineering.
He has a lot of honorary degrees as well.
They mean nothing.
Which mean nothing.
David Duke has an honorary PhD.
David.
I mean, I don't know. See, that's where I kind of feel bad for the guy because he's definitely striving to be more than just a TV personality.
Well, he hasn't been a TV personality for like
a very long while now.
Like 15 years at least.
He's been more of an internet personality.
But let's be real here. If you say Bill Nye the Science Guy, you think about his old TV show.
Yeah, because they were played routinely in science class. I never tuned into the show on TV. It was never on. That show ran for however long it did, but I think majority of us know him because we watched the videos in science.
Yeah, exactly.
When the teacher didn't feel like teaching, she was like, hey, I don't want to deal with you guys. Here's the show. And, they would make us watch it.
Yeah, right? Let's watch
they did
Bill Nye for the week.
The same, and I particularly remember elementary school and junior high. Always played Bill Nye constantly, like every single science class I had. Oh yeah, it was. I mean, who doesn't like watching videos in fucking class?
Except for when they give you that piece of paper to fill out during the movie. That was
so what did you learn from this?
Yeah,
fuck off. That's what I learned.
You have to get it all like.
I learned that a bubble can pop under.
I remember pressure. Every time there was a Bill Nye video played, the entire class would just start chanting Bill.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
We made good music.
It's catchy. Yeah, it's.
I want to remember Bill for how he was and not how he is.
So
implying it's a different.
I don't know. One thing I'll say about Bill Nye is he's been. I don't know if he's been doing it still, but he's been recently working with the one dude from Vsauce. What's his name?
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been working with Michael very closely. I believe they're doing something called like Thought.
Yeah, it's a YouTuber Red special. Yeah. This one, it's not going. Here's the thing: it's not going to have anything to do with gender or sex or any of that
that's
stuff.
What it was.
Yeah, it's not. It's just going to be pure. Hey, this is a cool science experiment. So that's what Bill Nye should stick to. That and. Debating creationists, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he can stick to whatever he wants. He can stick to whatever he wants. I just wish he would not spread faulty information.
Yeah, I do. That does look really bad.
It's fine, but
he does it a lot.
It's disappointing.
Like, okay, so this Princeton University physicist, recently was talking shit about Bill Nye because Bill Nye was out there spreading these false climate change models that weren't true, to promote alarmism about climate change. Mm-hmm. And he's also done the thing, he says families in the first world should be penalized for having children and stuff like that. He's got a lot of weird points. Yeah.
You say first or third
Not for having children, for having more than 2 children.
Yeah, basically like a China one-child or two-child policy is what he's like.
I mean, I'm not against
that. He wants to kill all the third worlders.
I'm not against a two-child policy.
I would say that needs to be, used. In
that is not the government's say.
Wait a minute.
It's not the government's saying.
How many children?
It is when your children are going to be piggybacking off the government's social programs.
Well, then you just kick them off the programs.
Oh, okay. So that's a fair.
You guys are missing a fact here, though. Like, what Corp said is like the first worlders, right, should be penalized for something like that, not third world countries.
Yes.
I think everyone should.
Exactly. Isn't it the third world countries that are gonna have more problems with families that have multiple
children? No, you don't want to put restrictions on reproductive rights.
Well, obviously you don't. But in that case is what I'm saying is like a first world family is gonna have a much easier time with 2 or 3 children.
Okay, his point of view on this though is that for each child that a first world country has, the amount of resources that are natural resources in order to support it is like 200 times that of a third world child, because third world children don't get as much support as first world children.
But they also live to like the ripe old age of died in childbirth. So
yeah, which is again a negative. That's a positive thing for third world children because they're not using as much resources in the world. According to Bill Nye, he's crazy, man.
But I completely agree. Like, the thing is, we just don't have enough resources on this planet to support what will soon be like 8 something billion of us in the next few years here. Right now, I think we just officially peaked over 7.5 billion people on this planet. There's too many of us. China, India...
Birth rates naturally decline too in developed countries versus...
Yes, I was actually going to say the model is that it will decline as the country develops. Exactly. But India is about to overtake China. There's too many of these guys. They need to stop, alright? They need to stop. There's too many.
They need to figure out what the fuck birth control and a condom is.
That's also a thing. They don't teach that in places like India.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people who actually have no idea what it is.
It's against their religion, so they can't teach that shit.
See, I disagree with the whole there's not enough, there's too many people in the world and shit like that. I think that's bullshit.
How is
that's
that
bullshit? That is bullshit that is propagated by a certain side of...
Here, as of right now, it's bullshit. But
what is it estimated at that the Earth can support about, what, 50 billion comfortably?
Yeah, it's something like that, but that's the thing.
I've never heard 50 billion.
You'd be surprised.
It's all about exponential growth, though. It's like, as of right now, yeah, we're comfortably fine with mining what resources we have on Earth and shit like that. But if we keep growing at the rate that we're going, it's like, we're not going to survive for more than, like 400 more years.
But you're assuming rates don't change. Like, over time, they would naturally decline if we get to the point where the Earth can't support that many people.
We can support, according to Google, 10 billion is the max we can support.
I question that.
Bullshit. Does it take any sort of like Keynesian economics even?
Here's the thing: we have finite resources.
So that's called. What the fuck is that called? It's called not millionaireism. It starts with an M. The Malthusian hypothesis, right? Corp, you remember this? It's the basis of the fucking German school of economics.
Maybe, yeah.
So
there was.
That basically he believed, and because everyone was still living in an agrarian economy at the time, and he didn't know about technology, he assumed that the population would grow exponentially, but the capacity for producing food would only grow like not exponentially but linearly.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. Is that right? So even though population is continually growing on an exponential curve, you neglect the fact that all of our resources and the different ways we get resources is not also constantly changing and developing.
As long as there's a free market, everything will be fine.
So that number, though, that you spit out, Faith, that 10 billion, right?
Yeah.
Is that based off of, whatchamacallit, renewable resources? Or just all
maximum efficiency of food production and conversions of energy produce approximately 2 billion tons of grain annually. So actually, it seems like it is taking into account that there would be a peak efficiency level of production of food that we could do, and other.
There's no way to predict. There's no way to predict that.
That would have to take into account about like all the farmable areas, and, like the different
and new
world
And you'd have to take into account the new tools that will be developed and new methodologies to farm. You could do farming on farming on lattices now in greenhouses. That actually farm vertically.
They farm lattice. They farm on lattices. Yeah. They also don't forget the slew of genetic engineering going behind.
Yeah.
Yield productions.
You have to take into account is like what's all that gonna cost? Like all that's just not gonna pop up over the course of the next 100 years or so. They're just gonna use traditional
neither
supply and demand. As the demand increases, supply will meet that demand.
Actually, it's funny that you used 100 years because it is predicted by 2100 that we would actually reach 10 billion.
Yeah, that's right.
So
how nicely.
Not if we live the third world.
so
as you said, no offense, Fatty, but you said that it's not going to pop up overnight, but neither is the population.
No, but
It's
that's
gonna
the
be
thing.
over.
This is going to take a lot of time to do.
Years.
Yes, and you have a lot of time to adapt.
We have less than 100 years.
That's a fair amount of
That's
time.
a lot of time.
Look at the past 100 years of technological.
Rendering.
Look at the past 100 years of technological development compared
Yes,
to the
but-
previous.
100 years ago, there was no electricity. There was hardly any cars on the street. Trains were the major mode of transportation. There were no airplanes. You better believe there's no internet or computers. Think about how much has happened in 100 years.
If our quantum computers aren't actually set up to be better than what they are right now,
Okay,
then
why do
no.
you only focus on quantum computers? It's like that's not the end-all, be-all. That's simply a simple subset that is used for calculating certain issues. That's not going to be a magical machine that does everything. God, it's a fucking buzzword.
I mean, you're still
I don't get the problem with
Quantum
acknowledging
computation is
that
a fucking meme
I
because no one understands it.
sea level or on the actual physical.
it's a meme if you don't understand.
I would listen to Rendrick.
I don't.
Well,
I
it
don't
is
get the
it is
problem
a
with
highly
saying-
popular idea, so I guess it.
Could use, and there's only a certain amount of way that we could actually go up vertically, because there's going to come to a point where we will not physically be able to go up anymore vertically without structural integrity.
Yeah, but we're so far from that. We're so far
Actually,
from
we
that.
pretty much hit the edge of what we can build reliably. Outside of, we might be able to double it, but that's about it.
I did.
The issue is you need an exponential amount of support structure. Your base,
No, that's
if you
not
want
the
something
issue.
really, really tall,
Damn.
your support structure underneath becomes exponentially wider.
Damn, right now the issue is that, like, just in North America alone, we're not even using half of the possible, like, agriculturally, like, substantive land that we could get our hands on right now. It's like all that shit is just not used. It's like
We do
Yeah,
waste a lot of stuff, but like I was saying, there is a maximum number of people that could survive on the planet. That is undebatable. There's literally there's a finite surface area of the planet.
yeah, whether it's 10 billion or 100
Well, obviously,
billion or
yeah,
obviously,
two corpulent bronies.
it's never going to get to the point where everybody where the planet is so populated that we can only fit the exact amount of human beings that could possibly fit on the planet.
I
Right?
think
That's never going to
Kill
come to that
ourselves
point.
first. I
Right.
think we would
Probably.
probably destroy
There's
ourselves.
ways that population will regulate itself as to where it won't get that bad, because the amount of suffering for everybody will be unbearable. Actions will be taken before that occurs to stop that from occurring.
But
Right.
what will happen?
Yeah.
But do we want to get it to the point where we have no longer the choice, where it has to be this iron fist action of regulated breeding and selective breeding and all that?
It'll
shit?
never
Or do
come
we
to that.
wanna mitigate
I don't
it
think it'll ever come to that.
before
It's
it
not gonna
gets to
come
that point.
No, I don't think it will.
We just need to leave the third world.
No, because then we don't have cheap labor now, and now we need people to
They're not
fulfill
doing
those.
anything. They're just sitting around starving and hoarding themselves out.
Okay,
No,
okay,
so
just
hold on. This comes to a very interesting. I'm sorry, Kirk. This comes to a very interesting video that I remember seeing one time. I don't know.
Welcome
if
to
it
the
was Vsauce.
population podcast. We're talking about fucking
Podcast.
population.
But no. So get this,
Population's
Fucking
fucked
dumb.
podcast.
So I don't know if this was like a Vsauce video or just another like science video that was out there, but somebody out there calculated that you could fit all of the current Earth's population into one building in downtown Manhattan. It would just have to be a
No,
really
no,
large
you
building,
can fit it
obviously.
into an entire
Rhode
state.
Island.
Yeah, you can
Rhode
fit it
Island.
into an entire state.
No, but there. No,
I
what I'm saying
remember
is
hearing
if you
that you
wanted to
could,
put them in
shove
one
every single human shoulder to shoulder into into LA County, I think. or something like that.
The thing is, you can build a structure for people to live in, but they're not going to be able to
no
move
one's going to want to live
There's not
act
going
like
to be any
sardines.
shops.
Okay, listen to this though. What if you gave everybody 1,000 square feet to themselves?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you know you could fit everyone in the world with 1,000 square feet in Texas?
Yeah.
7.8
but
million.
think about the massive reworking we would have to do to
This isn't
accommodate
actually
that.
faith. This isn't actually saying we can do it. It's just showing how sparsely the world is peopled. It's
Yes.
peopled so sparsely that 1,000 square feet per person in Texas exists.
But the more people
Yeah.
you have, the more resources you need to feed them with.
Congratulations. Yes, thank you. What?
We've already said that.
You also have to remember that, especially in Western countries, we can pretty comfortably survive on far less resources than we're currently consuming right now. Right? We tend to overconsume. in these
Oh,
countries.
we indulge in first
Right.
world countries.
I don't think it's quite as bleak as you might imagine.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
really
if
care
you
how
imagine-
bleak it gets as long as
If you imagine, right, like if the raw materials become more sparse, like if certain things become harder to get, what's going to happen in a normal economy and in a relatively free one? The price of those goods is going to increase substantially, and it's going to increase to the point where people are going to stop buying it. And when that happens, that good that we wanted, that we only consume in the U.S. because
We don't
we're
want
fat
anymore.
pigs,
Exactly.
we're not going to want it as much.
Exactly.
I mean, this is why
you
supply and
have to
demand
pay
works.
for water and gas and stuff like that. So if those prices were to go
water's
up,
a renewable, but water's a renewable resource, and
Yeah.
gas for the most
we
part,
have
even though it's
very
a non-
little water that is shrinking. Unless we,
What are you talking about?
Do you know how the water system works?
Chamber.
yes, but if you keep on adding people to that,
But that's fine
I'm
though,
pretty
because
sure the
we've
ancient
already,
Sumerians
we've already
figured out
figured
how
out
to do
ways.
that with just running water.
Well-
no, like not even that, but we've already figured out ways to purify salt water and shit like that.
yeah.
Well,
but
hold
it
on,
was
hold on,
like
hold on.
the-
You guys
Waste
also have to think
saltwater
about.
purification
No,
is
no,
just
no.
very
Guys.
efficient right now.
In about 50 to 100 years, there's a chance that we'll be able to go to planets like Mars and extract water from those planets if necessary.
Or
don't need more water.
try to
Too
contemplate
much
this.
water in the ocean.
Try to contemplate this.
No.
We can
I'm not
solve
saying
our
we need more water.
population issue
I'm saying even if we grant this idea,
by
right.
living
No,
on
Sheldon.
Mars.
there are other resources
Hold
that
on,
are
Sheldon.
available
I don't want
interplanetarily.
Sheldon.
You know what the
I don't
biggest
wanna-
resource Mars has?
Nothing.
What?
Land.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
but we would
Yeah.
have. How do we farm on Mars?
Guys, no, this is what you do, okay? Right. Okay, the aliens built this terraforming machine on Mars. So what we have to do is
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
let's do the total recall plot.
Elon Musk
Okay.
will save us all. Don't worry.
It's Futurama, guys.
The
We're
fucking
gonna
ancient
fucking
aliens
do it.
guys were right all along. Shit.
God, I hate the History Channel. I hate
I
them
know,
so
it's so
much.
bad.
I
It's so
used to
fucking
like
terrible.
it for history as a little faith, and now it's all ice road truckers, aliens,
Fucking Pawn
inviting
Stars.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember
Fun
watching
niggas.
this one. I just randomly tuned into the History Channel, and then I see this dude with who's balding and he has a ponytail, and he's just talking to this dude in like a dark corner or whatever. And he's like, "Are you sure we should have this stuff? Are you sure we should have this stuff?" It's like I don't even know, dude. I don't even know if you're supposed to be recording this.
Yeah. The History Channel has
wait.
become more about like personality programming rather than like history.
Well, yeah,
You know.
you got the
Well,
military.
It's like we have personalities that sometimes talk to you about historical items or events, but
Yeah.
No, but
the
it doesn't-
draw
it
to the
doesn't have
programming
to,
is
like-
those personalities and the theatrics of their adventures and not.
Exactly, like they're forced to put in those things about history every so often. It's like they have to like sprinkle
To
in a
keep
little
the
bit
theme
about,
going here a
like,
little
oh,
bit.
this is how swamp people started, or this is how the older moonshiners did, or this
Right,
is
yeah. It's like tangentially related to history, but don't worry, guys. There's some history here. Don't
There's
worry.
still history in there somewhere. We promise.
The thing is, they're going down the same road that G4 did. If you guys remember
Oh,
them,
yeah,
they
I remember
used to,
that channel.
They
Oh, yeah,
were
yeah,
essentially a
Yeah.
YouTube channel that was on TV.
Kinda, yeah,
They had
kinda.
XPlay and cheaters. This isn't like cheating on your girlfriend or something. This isn't a cuck situation like Logan and Autumn. This is. I miss those guys. But it was like showing all the cheats in video games and stuff.
Yeah, I
and then they had Attack of the Show. And then slowly they started phasing them all out, and they started combining all of the show. First Cheaters got cut, and now Cheaters are part of X-Play, and then X-Play got cut, and now X-Play and Cheaters are part of Attack of the Show, and then all their original series got cut, and then all it became were reruns of Attack of the Show,
and then that got cut.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's still a network, but I remember it got so bad it would just be Cops marathons 24/7.
Why the fuck is Cops on G4?
I don't know.
What does this have to do with technology and nerdy comic book shit?
Do you think this is a game?
What does any of this have to do with the 4th generation of My Little Pony?
Yeah, right. I was gonna say our theme here, our pony podcast. Look at all the ponies we're fucking talking about.
We're not a pony podcast.
We've been
we're not at all.
people who watch the show.
I don't know, Faith. This is kind of like the History Channel. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get history. You listen to it, and you're like, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck are the ponies?
All right, we'll talk about pones.
Wait, hold on. My rebuttal to that is you have to fill the airtime with something. That time where you just can't put in content.
Well, we have, Fatty. Whatever. Who cares? We have 3 episodes airing this week.
No, false.
Is that false? I thought that was the thing.
I went and I checked every single guide, so unless it's not actually listed,
it's just one, right?
It was supposed to be one.
Was Zap to it wrong? Wow.
The thing is, according to Jim, even they're saying they're actually not even done with season 7 yet. They're only 3 weeks ahead of us. So.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, apparently.
So hiatus very soon is what they're saying.
It sounds like it. They're saying like they haven't worked on any of the shorts. They haven't done any of those stuff because they're so swamped with actually animating the show.
So literally hiatus in 3 weeks. Then.
I don't know what they were doing beforehand during that giant break they took.
They were going to cons and fapping a lot, probably.
I guess. But yeah, the episodes so far have been decent. Like, the 2-parter of the premiere, I don't know, it still rubs me the wrong way how the whole conflict was solved by them just deciding not to go anywhere.
Yeah, right?
Like, they build up this entire thing of, I have to send her away. And they go through all the scenarios of what would happen if she has to be sent away. And then it's just solved within 5 seconds. It was
wait, hold on. By the way, spoiler alert. Just saying, fuck off. But yeah, no, continue, Faith.
Yeah, that's essentially what happens. Starlight comes back and says, you know what? I'm actually not ready to leave. And everything's solved. Everyone's happy. And we never talk about it again. It's not even clear what she's supposed to be doing now, because she's graduated. So she just lives there now. I guess.
She's going to continue to be Twilight student. That's what she said.
But no, she graduated.
No, she's going to continue to be your student, though.
So she's going to continue to be her student.
Yeah, think of it like a postgraduate. That's what you do in college when you graduate, and then you go back to school.
But it's really dumb.
Wow.
She's going to get her postgrad in how to get a bigger twig cock.
I mean, she really shouldn't have graduated in the first place. Like,
I can believe in Glimmer Cock. Glimmer Cock probably exists.
Because you have your undergrad work, right? You have your undergrad work, and then you get your bachelor's, then you do your graduate stuff, and you get your master's, then you do your postgraduate stuff, and then you get your doctorate, then you do your postdoc work, and you do that until you die.
Well, okay, but no, everything has to be accelerated because, let's say a princess is a PhD, Twilight got that in like 3 years.
Well, she is like a genius, so.
No,
she is a literal genius.
Got it in 3 years.
Faith, it's the fucking Pareto distribution of talent, you fucking knob. Holy shit.
No, she didn't.
Do you even?
What was even her? Her dissertation was what? Finishing the half scroll? I don't even get.
Yes.
What was?
Yes, that was her doctoral research.
Supposed to be. And how was it that Star Swirl the Bearded didn't have friends if he was friends with Luna and Celestia and Clover the Clever and all these other people.
He wasn't friends with Luna and Celestia. He was their teacher.
I don't know. I've read the journal because I had to do it for a video. I've read all the.
Yeah, he was their teacher.
And they talk about how they're all friends like that.
You read that?
Yeah.
Faith, you know that's a book for little girls, right? What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? I paid for it too. I paid $5.99.
Hold on, you're telling me you watch a show about ponies for girls? What?
Listen to this fucking guy comparing like the levels of learning magic to fucking university degrees. You guys are fucking autistic as fuck. Holy shit.
Pony is on
Jesus
the spectrum,
Christ.
my friend.
Yep.
I just want to see ponies do friendship.
I just want to see ponies do friendship.
I just want to watch the pony show, man. You guys are fucking...
There's also an entire tribe of alicorns, so look forward to that.
Yeah, there is somewhere.
Yeah.
Is there actually?
Yeah, it's
in the book.
Ring,
it's in the book.
You made an article about this.
I
you
didn't make an article. I did not make an article.
Okay, hold on. You're a part of Horse News and you don't read your own articles.
Exactly. How do you think we function?
Thank you.
I don't think like every writer at BuzzFeed reads every written article at BuzzFeed.
Oh, okay,
I don't think they're as big as
though.
BuzzFeed and have as many articles as BuzzFeed.
Yeah, but the same idea applies. Like a random.
Okay,
no,
Faith, let me talk. Come on. All right, so a random guy who writes a Horse News article, maybe he's written 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Why would you expect that he would go and actively keep up and read all of the articles? Why would he do this?
Granted, it's my job, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, he's supposed to read them all and edit
He's
them.
an editor, though. You're also an editor. You're not just a writer, correct?
See, this is why, Rendrick, like, I would not want to be an editor because I would feel like I would really have to actually do a good job. I'd end up doing it all.
You'd have to do everything.
Well, Corp is very conscientious, too, so he would just get it done. Even if
the thing is, no, don't get me wrong. Corp is he's one of our most valued writers, and is probably the only one who actually does his job.
Hey, Rendrick.
He does his research. That's what he does.
Rendrick, did you see the amount of comments that Toon Critic article got compared to all the other articles? It's amazing. Yeah, Corp did an excellent job, man.
Yeah, Corp's articles
People
are pretty much
super interested in that shit. Yeah.
Except for the KP ones. I felt like you guys should have done what Anthony C did. On that
and what did Anthony C do?
Actually look up those legal codes.
Yeah,
kind of fake news there.
Fake.
Remind me on what were the accusations we let.
The KP articles were based on what other people said. It was not based on fact.
Yeah, but you can't.
And it was based on testimony.
Yeah, and it was written to be. I don't want to say, but
it's like an op-ed.
Was it supposed to be like
not
a
really.
hit piece? I guess.
No, not really.
Shit on KP party.
It's it's more. But it really feels like a tabloid. Well, they're all tabloid pieces.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're all tabloid pieces.
If someone's throwing, if you're let's say if Fox came up and they were citing all this stuff, they were talking about Trump and they were mentioning all these, well actually they do this, they do mention a bunch of stuff that are this is illegal, and it's not illegal, but let's say that they did and people actually held them accountable for it. I don't think you could just say, well, we were just saying what other people were saying.
No, I think from what I recall, and I could be wrong, I don't recall Corp ever making a claim that he thought something was illegal or that was
it's property.
It was about most of the articles were about her being an asshole, really, which, I mean, it's normal to be an asshole.
I also recall you were just relaying information as to what other people were saying about the circumstance, right?
That was a large part of it, yeah.
Right.
It's still, I mean, if you're relaying information as a news source, it's Horse News.
The news does this all the time. They'll get multiple perspectives and the opinion of an issue, right? And they'll have people come on and they'll be like, yeah, well, we think this and this and this. And you don't see the news saying, actually, that person that was just on, we looked at the scientific evidence. And no, they just let them speak and they say, well, this person says this and that person says that, right? And let them all say their part. I don't know what
news she wants, but they actually do.
I mean, that's how it is in Canada.
They do. So, they do actually counter their guests. quite often, especially if they disagree with the network's views. And sometimes they'll just cut them off.
Faith, you can't attribute spreading misinformation to people who are simply hopefully objectively, as much as you possibly can, just relaying what other opinions are about a thing.
If you know that people will take your news at face value, what you're putting out there at face value, you are not. If this person is saying due to this legal code, such and such should happen, and obviously this had actual consequences because KP took down said videos because of this. It was put out there. That was propagated by Horse News, and I think EQD did it as well. I correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they did too.
If a news organization is relaying a story, and any reasonable human being would look at that and be able to discern that is not the news outlet like taking a position, that's simply them relaying information. To say that the news organization is doing something wrong based on the fact that dumb people will watch that and take that as their opinion, that's absurd.
No,
I'm sorry.
Position is completely different. When they're citing something that says, based on this legal thing, based upon this legal code, this is 100% wrong.
Well, that's
based upon this legal code, and this is what you're putting up on the site for people to see.
But we're talking past each other. We're talking past each other because that's not what I mean.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's the instance that I'm talking about.
Hey guys,
when
hold on
KP
here.
was specifically being charged with this pseudo.
So how about the Yankees?
No, you can't sweep this under the rug.
Hold on for a sec, guys. Hey, if you guys have any questions for us, please ask them now.
Please ask them.
Yeah,
it's been
Horse
45
News.
minutes
Theo anything.
Horse News in that instance was no better than like Fox at that point.
So wait, are you comparing Horse News to Fox News?
I'll take it.
Yeah,
yeah, well, sure.
Fox News is one of the most disingenuous pieces of shit. They shouldn't even have news.
Yeah, man, they're crying. Fox News is crying all the way to the bank.
Yeah, with all those lawsuits, I'm sure. They write checks for $20 million to women, and then they still have to pay the guy that they fired millions of dollars as well, and then the guy that they get to replace him instantly gets into drama for making a dick-sucking joke with Ivanka Trump, and now he's under fire, and now he's probably gonna get fired, and he was only there for about a week.
They're the edgiest.
I'm sure they're crying all the way to the bank as they have to keep on withdrawing money to pay out to all these other people.
Whatever happened with Alex Jones anyways?
He lost his children today. Yeah, he lost custody of his children.
Did he?
Ouch.
Yes.
Oh God! Wow.
Yeah.
What a blessing. I mean, who would actually want to deal with kids? Like, Jesus.
What was the reason behind him losing custody?
I don't know, because he has a TV or personality.
Okay, apparently you can't have that anymore.
Hey, I know you asked for questions. I haven't seen it yet, but I've got a new topic that I want to ask you guys about.
I put it in the podcast.
Okay, so what do you think about do you guys know about the Hyperloop?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's retarded.
Elon?
Retarded.
Yeah.
So
they're building one here. I found out. It's basically, okay, I don't know 100% of the details, but it's basically like an underground vacuum sealed tube that could be used to transport people and goods long distances at extremely fast speeds.
Literally like Futurama.
No.
Yeah, it's literally. It's much like it because
Although Futurama wouldn't work because there's no container and the lack of oxygen equals.
Yeah. These involve a container, obviously, in the vacuum area.
I was just making
and what it will be is like
the
distance from like Orlando to Miami. They said, which is normally a 5-hour drive or 6-hour drive, is going to be 26 minutes.
Not going to work.
The only thing I know about
has destroyed this constantly. Even the prototypes that they had, Thunderfoot,
yeah.
Even the prototypes they had failed miserably. they haven't been able to get it to go any significant speed. These are small things that can't even fit people in it, and they can't even get those to function. So the fact that they're going to throw more money at the situation and put something underground when they can't get a working prototype baffles me. It's as bad as their whole solar freaking roadways
hold on.
where that got millions of dollars and did nothing.
So what about the whole aviation thing, though? I mean, clearly that wasn't
aviation thing?
aviation at its start. Clearly,
okay,
that didn't,
that's such a dumb thing though to say. Is like, well, this thing that took off started off bad, therefore our obviously flawed idea is also just as good.
It took many years before it was perfected.
Okay,
correct?
but the Wright brothers, upon not even having a working prototype, didn't try to start up an airport.
I mean, no shit.
So,
but that's what they're doing. They're already putting stuff underground for transportation.
Well,
It's massive structure.
They have to test somehow.
But they can't get it to work up on ground in shorter distances, so they think that they're going to make it work better if they have longer, more complicated scenarios. If they can't get it to work in a basic format, then how are they going to upscale it?
You definitely have better structural integrity underground.
It's a waste of money. This is all just flexing by Elon Musk.
But it could be repurposed, though. It could all be repurposed if it doesn't work out.
How is it going to be repurposed? How is this?
Well, it's a big old long tunnel.
Exactly. You turn that into a subway.
This is what I would recommend, Fatty.
That's going to be
faith. Okay, so I don't know the science behind it well, so I can't refute it for you here, but I recommend, if we want to pick this conversation up later, watch Thunderfoot's videos that he did on the Hyperloop.
Yes, definitely.
Because he spends time, and he's a scientist, and he has experience in these fields.
Appeal to credentials.
And it is appeal to credentials, but I mean, it seems to me that his formulas and equations and his explanation checks out.
Yeah.
But I just recommend watching it first, and I'm just not educated enough on the mechanics and the science behind it, so I can't comment.
Like crazy.
I got something to say about Thunderfoot, because I've been a subscriber of Thunderfoot since 2008. I think
Go in on him, Brice.
Just be careful.
Do it.
Just be careful about what Thunderfoot has to say. Just be careful, because he's not always.
He's not always
No, he's not.
Well, the thing is,
course
there's no
he's
true
not. No one's
paragon of
always fucking
scientific accuracy out there. He has made plenty of mistakes. I've been subscribed to Thunderfoot for many years now, and I've seen all his ups and downs over the years.
I've seen his fans call him out if he makes a mistake. I've seen him also completely go back and correct it in a future video. I've also seen him as well, which I immensely respect him for, upon getting massive amount of hate from his fans for his stance on Brexit, completely pushed that still. He wanted to put out his opinion, and he did take criticism for it, and he did address it as well. So did Sargon of Akkad, who was on the complete opposite side, but he also got hate for it. And, I see Thunderfoot, and obviously he's not going to be 100% perfect. I don't think any of us really expect him to be, but I say that he is definitely a source to check out, get a basic understanding of it, and I think you should always look at 2 to 3 different sources. Always.
Corp.
Why don't we answer
Conversation
questions?
is gay. Let's do questions. I
Yeah.
hate this shit.
There's a
Jesus
whole bunch
Christ.
of questions in
Yeah,
podcast right now. Go ahead and pick whatever you guys feel.
I want to talk about the latest MLP episode. Okay,
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. There was a nice Twilight in it. There's a lot of good Twilight. Could have used less Flurry Heart, but whatever.
Flurry was
Sometimes you gotta
actually
deal with
better
the
than
fucking
Twilight,
baby.
I would say.
It's kind of annoying, but I mean, she worked well with the plot at
Hold on,
least.
Corp. When I thought this episode was going to be an episode entirely revolved around Baby Pone, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't, luckily.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a shitty child episode, but it actually really wasn't. It was really good.
Yeah, it was good.
No,
it was good.
I legitimately had a few gripes with this episode. One, I actually loved the characterization of Spike in this episode. I felt like that was spot on. I felt like he's developed as a character. I felt like he's matured. I feel like he is a viable character at this point, and he's no longer just a punching bag. I mean, they like to take shots at Spike in the show, but I feel like him as a person, he can stand on his own. But the one problem that I really had was
usually when he's a supporting character with Twilight, he's usually good.
Yeah,
like
usually he's good.
I feel like this was
don't
really
give
good.
him his own episode anymore. Like
I don't know. I think he could carry it. Depending on who writes it, I feel like he could carry it. But the one thing that I really had a gripe with was the ending of the episode where Twilight apologizes for yelling at Flirty Heart for almost murdering a giant, hospital room of small children. Like, this is... No, that's a point where you should beat your kids, or at least yell at them and tell them, "Hey,
hold on,
you don't
Faith,
murder
Faith,
people,
Faith.
all right?"
No, Faith. You have to realize parenting at that point, my good friend.
Yeah, and how she should have done it.
I have nightmares about Faith being a father.
No. Hold on. So it comes down to the fact that obviously you have to reprimand and discipline your kids, but in the way that Twilight did it, she realized, I shouldn't have gone that course of action, and so she apologized for it because obviously she's
you're
not.
You're spoiling the child.
But that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
To expect that every time that you're with her,
that's the whole point of an aunt or an uncle or someone that's not your actual parents. It's so that they spoil the fuck out of you.
No, you don't need to be spoiled. You need to be taught
reality. You need. So human beings, as an example, until children are about 2 years old, they're completely dependent on someone else, and the best thing you can do for a baby that young is actually do everything you possibly can to keep them happy.
But she's not a normal child.
Yes,
she's obviously
absolutely.
She's obviously way more cognitively aware
than
any.
So what age, Sheldon? This thing.
Everyone has AIDS.
About 2.
2. Okay, that's pretty young still. So okay, I mean, that's because they're not really thinking.
Well, they don't have the capacity.
She can understand conversation and solve
but so
complex
can a 2-year-old.
questions.
I mean, maybe not complex questions, but they can still understand conversation. And they're still developing at that point.
She's way more intelligent than a normal 2-year-old.
An allegory.
So you're mad that Twilight didn't? What would you have had Twilight? How so? Exactly. I'm just like, how would you fix it?
She's all like, well, I shouldn't have taken on this responsibility because I didn't have time to play with you constantly. Fair enough. Yeah, you shouldn't have. But this kid shouldn't expect that every single moment that she's with you, that she's the center of attention. You have other things to do.
But
she needs to realize that the world
point
is
of having a child. Hold on. Faith. That's the whole point of having a child, though. They're your center of attention at that point in your life. It's like they're the whole. That's the whole reason why you had a child. It's so that you could.
Omega Shadow asks in chat, "What is your favorite MLP music?"
No, fuck that. Fuck.
I feel like I've answered this like a million fucking times.
We ran past this fucking conversation.
Yeah. I liked it. It was a good episode until the end of time.
It's a good song.
It is a good song. I do like it.
Rendrick, you also asked the question wrong. He's clearly asking that just a corp.
Oh. In that case, my mistake.
You should beat your.
I would say that song from the season 4 series finale.
Discord.
Both of the songs from the season 4 series.
Weren't they 3 of them?
Well, the 2 I'm thinking of are the one where Twilight's like, I want to be I don't know what I got to do.
The call and response thing, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one is the Rainbow Remind You. Those are good songs.
Yeah,
and so is this most recent one, though, about the best friends till the end of time. That was a good song.
No, that was a pretty shit song.
Oh, it's great.
You
have shit taste. Eat a dick.
The last good songs were in season 6, and there was only 2. There was the Luna, the bad ending of the heartwarming Eve thing.
You cry for
and then there was All Fly with Rainbow Dash or whatever. Friends.
That was season 5.
Whatever seasons those were, all right.
You didn't like the Pinkie Pie Dixieland thing in the Christmas episode?
That was a good song.
I like pie cheese.
What's wrong?
Yeah, dude, totally.
None of those.
But hey, Faith. So here's a question for you that comes from OC Omega Shadow. What is your favorite background pony?
I've answered this question many of times. I am very disappointed that this.
Well, so he says ponies plural though. So maybe you have more than one.
No, I don't. It's very.
Oh, there's a spin on that question. Here's.
Just normal background characters, and we're talking main 6. It's Rarity and Applejack.
Fatty, I have to interject here and say that.
Are you a Rarity shipper, buddy?
You're doing a terrible job mediating questions.
Like mediating, I'm not trying to mediate.
You're picking the most obvious questions that everybody has answered
all the questions
a million times. Exactly.
I just picked out all of
them. Exactly.
Stop it! Can't you see this
and I said, hey guys. I said, hey guys, just pick from the questions that I had.
Lisa, you're tearing me apart.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa! Don't touch me, motherfucker!
Tear your bent dick.
Motherfucker.
Shitty, overused fucking jokes.
Except they're not
the bent dick meme. Well, I guess we'll stop once you finally finish your community service, but that ain't happening for a while.
Well, that's not gonna happen for like 20 years, so, you know.
Aren't you supposed to finish it within a year, though?
Yeah, you have to finish it.
I mean, I was being hyperbolic to stress the point that it's going to take me forever.
He's going to put up, how many hours was it, 500?
Yeah, 500.
He's going to put it all to the last month.
I've already done 16.
Oh, you have? Hey, congratulations, you worked a weekend.
Yeah.
A weekend. Are you going tomorrow? Are you going tomorrow, Sheldon?
Yeah. Saturday and Sunday.
Are you doing 8 more hours?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, look at you.
So are you doing 16 hours a week?
That'll be a whole 32 hours accumulated already. Oh my god, wow, Sheldon.
That's how you do it, man.
Yes, dude, you'll be done in
You'll be done in like
only 30 weeks. Oh, that's about 8 months.
8 months? Rendrick, do you math?
31.5. No, I don't do math. But no, actually,
divide by.
It's 7.8.
Can we get more questions?
It's 7.8. It's less than 8 months. You said 8 months. You are wrong, sir. You get nothing.
I was 0.2 away. That's a lot better than him.
That's off. That's wrong.
You are wrong.
0.2 off is still wrong.
Please leave the establishment now.
Nothing. You still
I'm surrounded by sophists.
Hey, Faith, hold on. Just before that, that's a great movie. Just saying.
Yeah.
Nolan asks, will you guys see the MLP movie in theaters?
Fuck you, Nolan.
And hell yeah. Abso-fucking-lutely, man. If it's playing.
Nolan.
I will be the first in line. I will be their midnight showing. Even if I go by my damn self, maybe Maury would go with me. Who knows? I will be there. I will be there.
Pretty creepy.
I don't give a fuck.
I might find a
friend won't come with you.
Yeah, you know what? She might want to go with me. You know what? I might actually go with my girlfriend. So there you go.
You actually think you're
I'm gonna go in my Say Native Fat Chick shirt.
She likes ponies, man.
Oh yeah. I should wear.
Yeah, that would be a lot more socially acceptable if Corp showed up with his girl.
See,
because then he could be like, yeah, well, you know, she wants to see it. And,
she might not want to though, because she doesn't like midnight showings. So I might have to go again the next day, which I'd be okay with.
Oh my god.
The thing is, I'll find a meetup group, I guess, and go incognito. You know, I guess. But
incognito.
What's gonna be your incognito name?
Wait, so you're not gonna wear your doggo face? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. You know what's gonna happen? People are gonna recognize.
I'm just gonna wear a hat.
And go, wait, aren't you the Faith Malimit?
Are you the Faith Malimit nigger?
Are you the Faith Malimit?
I'm gonna wear a hat and, you know, big sunglasses or whatever.
You just put
So wait, hold on.
Hey, nobody knows who you look like.
You could just Faith. You could just put a Bane mask on to mask your fucking voice.
I'd be afraid that they think I'm gonna shoot up the theater, though.
I want that to happen now. I kind of want a My Little Pony movie theater shooting.
Oh God! Wow. Ironically.
Okay, message to the FBI. Excuse me, FBI. We do not endorse that.
We don't endorse that. I don't endorse it.
No. I agree with Theo. I want a My Little Pony shooting in a theater as long as none of you are there.
Message to the RCMP. According to the RCMP, okay, guys, we don't endorse Sheldon either.
Yeah,
we don't endorse Sheldon.
We are not allowed to endorse the actual convicted felon.
It should happen, but if it did happen, I would laugh my ass off.
Okay, guys, ask us questions. You fucking idiots watching. There's 20 of you, and I see like one question. Like,
I mean, we went through our hour already, so
yeah. I mean, I really just kind of want to end it. I don't want to pay
All right,
attention to the retarded.
I mean, unless they
questions.
have one
Fuck
more
'em.
question.
If you have a good
one
question,
more
we'll
question, guys,
answer,
we'll take it.
They're always the same questions every
really
week.
are.
Anytime I live stream, it's the same
who's your
questions.
favorite pony?
It's
Faith Voluminous, what music do you like? Faith Voluminous, face? Oh my
Faith
god.
Voluminous, will you let Trixie fuck you in the ass with her fruit cock?
I mean,
Kind of fat to flurry hard. I'm pretty sure it's kind of fat to flurry hard, but yeah, it's okay.
Theo, what?
That was just. Were you having an aneurysm or something there, buddy?
guys, give us a
Alright.
good question, or we're gonna end it in the next.
No, fuck this. You know what? Alright, guys, this has been the PFC podcast. Fuck this shit. We're done. We're out. I need more
like
wine.
the podcast. Sheldon was obviously wrong, and Corp and Rindrick.
I was right all along.
I'm always right.
All gay.
I'm also better than you, and I'm better than everybody here. Fuck you all.
Go get another felony.
Remember, don't drink and drive unless you want to. We don't fucking care about you.
Also, don't smuggle things through airports unless you want to be Sheldon.
only shoot movie theaters ironically.
Don't rob Best Buys.
So, hey guys, put your plugs in here. Otherwise, fuck off.
Yeah, Corporal and Brony, what's your favorite TV shows? I guess that's a
Are we
new
still
one.
live?
I like that one Game of Thrones. What's the new one? Better Call Saul, and what's that other one? Americans, and
New? Saul was out since 2015.
Yeah, seriously.
wait, was it new? I thought you said any TV show.
No, I mean, you just said, you specifically mentioned the new one, Better Call Saul.
No, I almost said Breaking Bad. I'm like, no, not that one. The new one. Better Call Saul. Yeah. There you go.
Alright, well, that's it, because what's your
My
favorite
favorite
game?
show is Sailor Moon.
Kill Yourself. Wait,
Yeah,
the new
same.
one or the old one?
Kill yourself.
But yeah, this has been
It doesn't matter.
podcast. If you guys like this shit, leave us a comment down below. Tell us how
Like
crazy
the
we
video.
were.
Well, don't say kill yourself. Don't say kill yourself, because you'll get banned on Discord.
So
Yeah, you
kill
will.
yourself.
Yeah,
Oh,
whatever you
that's
do,
right.
do not
Wait.
say the words "kill yourself."
Wait, before we actually officially sign out. So yeah, so you guys see that new shit that Discord's doing now, where they're
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to
hey,
talk about this. End the fucking
You
podcast.
don't want to talk about that? You don't want to talk about
Guys,
that?
later,
Hey,
thanks for
I
dropping
was just
by.
asking. I was
Yeah,
just asking
actually,
what you thought.
we probably should have talked about that.
Whatever.
But we've already done our hour.
We're
people
done.
are
End it.
tired.
End it.
Sheldon's gotta go
End
to
it.
bed.
Sheldon
End it.
has to get his fucking beauty.
Bye,
I'm
guys.
innocent!